right, so for today, what we're going to do is we are going to go on to lesson 4. So we need to be having our notes up, ready to go. At the top, I would put lesson 4, so you have it. Okay, and what we're going to work on today is we're going to take away numbers. Okay, yesterday, we took away the pawns. Today we're going to take away the numbers. All right? So we're going to cut our paper in half again. I'm going to start with example B. And if I need to slow down, make sure that you tell me so don't go too fast. And if you have questions, stop me and I'll go through them, okay? So I'm going to go to my app. And it's lesson 4, problem B. So here's the problem you can write down. 2x plus x plus x plus 2 equals 2x plus 10. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we set this thing up. So I'm going to grab 2x plus x plus x plus 2 equals 2x plus 10. And again, remember that when I have 2x right here in the front, that there's 2 blue pawns. Okay, we don't use a number cube there. And again, on the right-hand side, when it says 2x, I take 2 blue pawns. I don't put a number cube 2 and a pawn next to it. I don't do that. All right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my notes, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that down. If you haven't already done that, make sure you do that. So it's 2x plus x plus x plus 2 equals 2x plus 10. Okay? And then I expand it, so x plus x plus x plus x plus 2 equals x plus x plus 10. All right, so now yesterday I could take away the blue pawns, couldn't I? Okay, so if I go back to that app, how many blue pawns could I take away? Yes, 2. So I go minus 2x, and I have x plus 2 equals 10. Okay? So far I'm doing the same thing that I did yesterday. Okay? What's new today is now I can take away the numbers. Okay? So if I take a look on the left and right side, how much can I take away? Yes. I can take away 2. I can't take 3 because on the left-hand side, you'll notice the biggest cube or the biggest number is 2. So I'm going to take away 2, and it'd be x plus x equals 8. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the app. Okay, and I know it's going to go backwards for me, and it's going to be crazy for me. So I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay? So again, I had 2 x's, and I had x, I had an x, and I had a 2, and I had 2 x's, and I had a 10, yes? Okay, so we said how many pawns could I take away? And this should be on your paper. So I take away 1 pawn, I take away 2 pawns. So there's my 2x minus 2x, okay? And then I can take away my cube. So I can take a 2 on the left-hand side, and if I take 2 from 10, my leftovers is 8. So our equation should read x plus x equals 8. Okay, that's what it should read. And make sure that while you're solving the equation, you're physically doing this. That's why it's called hands-on. Okay? All right, I'm going to go back then to my notes. And now it's really easy to solve. So x equals what? 4. Yes. And I'm going to circle it. And then I'm going to go to the right-hand side, and I'm going to put a check in. So I'm going to write check. This is no different than what we've done before. I'm going to write my original problem. So 2x plus x plus 2 equals 2x plus 10. And then I take out my x and I put in a what? Yes, I put in a 4. So I'm going to take it out and make sure you use your parentheses, at least when you got two numbers next to each other, right? Okay? Now, what do I do next? When I use order of operations, what would be my next step? Yes?
Multiply.
Yes, I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to take 2 times 4 and get 8. So 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 equals, and I'm going to multiply on the right-hand side also and get 8 plus 10. Now, this is what I'm seeing on some of your homework quizzes. So just watch for a minute. I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to put it in red. Okay, so don't do this. I'm seeing kids do this. I'm seeing them do 12 plus 6. What's wrong with that? Why is that not okay? Too many steps, and I'm not going from left to right, am I? This is mental math. Now, there's nothing wrong with mental math. There really is not, but if we're solving a problem using order of operations, is that order of operations? It is not. So don't do that, okay? So I'm going to take my eraser, and I'm going to erase it because it's not right, and let's do it right together, okay? So I'm going to add from left to right. So 8 plus 4 is 12. And then I can go ahead on my other side of the equation, get 18. And then 4 plus 12, or 12 plus 4 is 16, yes, equals 18. And I get 18 equals 18. And I'm good. Okay? Are there any questions? Is there something that you don't understand? I'm setting the stage for something, and have you noticed that some of these problems are starting to get more and more complicated? Okay, they are. Make sure that you ask if you have questions, though. I don't have any problem slowing down if you need me to explain something. All right, let's go then on to C. So example C. Okay, I'm going to go back to my app now. And again, it's going to kick me out, which is okay. 4C. Okay, so here is the problem. It's x plus 3x plus 3 equals x plus 18. Okay, so let's set this up on my app. I'm going to go x, which is a pawn, and now it says 3x. So what do? Put up 3 blue pawns, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then it says plus 3, so I set up a 3 cubed equals x, what do I put up? A pawn, and then 18. I can do 10 and 8, absolutely. I could do 9 and 9 if I wanted to, okay? Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my notes, and I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to write down what I just did. So I've got x plus 3x plus 3 equals x plus 18. I've got x plus 3x's then. Okay, now how many blue pawns were on each side? How many can I take away? 1. So I'm going to go minus x, and I get x plus x plus x plus 3 equals 18. Are there any questions? Am I going too fast? I tend to do my blue pawns first because that's the first thing we learn. Okay? You don't have to, but I find that the easiest. Okay? Now I need to take away cubes. So what cube, how many would you like to take away? How many numbers do you want to take away? 3. Okay, so I'm going to go minus 3 minus 3. I get x plus x plus x equals, what's 18 minus 3? 15. And I end up with x equals what? 5. Excellent. Now, I'm going to go back to my app and just show you what I did. And while you're doing this at your desk, working on the assignment, I want you to actually mirror that, okay? So I'm going to go back to my app, and I know that's going to kick me out, but that's okay. We'll go back through. So again, I had an x, and then I had 3 x's, and then I have a 3, and then I have an x, and then I have my 18. That's kind of how we set it up. And then we said to take away 1x. So minus 1x, minus 1x. And then I took away a 3, and I took a 3 from the 18, and I got 15, and then I said x was 5. Okay? So you're physically doing that with the manipulatives as you're solving your problem. Are there any questions? Okay, let's go back to the check now. I'm going to grab the original problem. So I'm going to write check. I'm going to write the original. So x plus 3x plus 3 equals x plus 18. I'm going to take out my x and I'm going to put in my 5. Notice that I have one parenthesis because you'll notice that the 3 and the x are next to each other. So when I take that x out, I need to put parentheses around that 5. It is not wrong to put parentheses around the other 5s, but I find it sometimes gets cluttered. Okay, so now on the left-hand side, what do I do first? Yes? Multiply. So 3 times 5 is 15. If I want to work it on the other side, I can. Okay, and then what do I add first on the left-hand side? 5 and 15. Excellent. So 20 plus 3 equals 23. And I have 23 equals 23. And it's check. Okay? Are there any questions? Is there something you don't understand? Okay, that's it then for lesson 4.